para mais um episódio da Suzanne Brutal, né? Vamos lá, direto pro jogo. Plau! Bora. Estamos no Mass Effect 1 ainda. Estamos. Suzanne Brutal está no planeta das grandes corporações. Tava comentando no último dia. Por que Mass Effect é tão bom? Primeira coisa, não é mundo aberto. Mundo aberto virou um câncer, né, nos jogos. Aí tem algumas sidequests em lugares específicos que aprofundam a história, são engraçadas, algumas são mais emocionantes e tudo mais. O único problema desse jogo é basicamente as sidequests. Você tem que ir nos lugares. Vocês vão ver, a gente vai fazer em breve. As sidequests você tem que ir no planeta. Eu não sou muito fã, não. Fora isso, o rolê. Então vai rolar pancadaria aqui.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Então já vai ter pau torando aqui. Olha lá. Tinha uns bichos escondidos. A mãe da Yara deixou pra trás aí. A grande mensagem desse planeta, as corporações, elas...
I'd say these are what the matriarch had in the crates.
Isso. Lá atrás ainda tem.
Where are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
Veja só, né, amiga?
What did you do here, Commander?
Just business.
Only what I had to. I didn't ask the Geth to attack.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
Now you know what to look for.
We may be seeing a lot more of these things in the coming months.
For 3 centuries, everyone has said the Geth don't come out of the Veil. What is happening out there?
The same thing that happens to all species, Captain. Evolution.
I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Legal que aqui não é nada não, né? Legal que a Tali tá com a gente. Eu quase nunca trago a Tali nos rolês. Mas hoje a gente decidiu no Girl Power. Enquanto eles estão indo trabalhar, a gente faz amor. Tem alguma coisa aqui em cima? Acho que não, né? Não. Então bora galera. E assim, essa versão remaster tá linda, velho. Parabéns pra todos os envolvidos. Eu diria que, tipo assim, eu nunca fui um grande fã do Mako, não. Mas eu também não achava a pior coisa do mundo, não. Eles melhoraram. Mas melhoraram o suficiente pra virar um jogo, pra ser uma coisa divertida no jogo, andar com esse carro, não. Ainda é... Eu não sei, pra quem jogou o jogo... Quem não jogou o jogo antigo, né? Não sei como é que funciona por aí, né? Mas pra mim ainda é Eu prefiro que o jogo seja absolutamente, completamente direcionado, não te dê muita liberdade, um jogo igual Mass Effect. Tipo assim, pelo menos não nessas partes de andar por aí, né? Eu sei que na hora que os caras fazem o jogo eles falam, não, vai ser legal, vai ter isso aqui. Não é uma coisa que... tomou muito porrada aqui agora, né? O bom jeito de você ganhar experiência, se você quer farmar experiência, é descer e matar esses caras na mão, que você ganha mais XP. Mas demora mais, né? Somos lançadores na cabeça. Os mísseis indo em câmera lenta é um clássico, né? O Dark Souls tem as flechas em câmera lenta. Como é que sai do carro? Z, Q. E tem mais um. Quando eles estão... Pode colocar arma, né, nas pessoas. As armas boas. Cara. Dessa porra. Ali. Mas acho que isso não precisa. Ah, mas ganha XP, eu acho.
Cover me.
A gente faz amor gostoso de novo. Não ganha não. Grande também as partes do carro, né? Se fosse um jogo que fosse só esse carro, aí ia ser mais suportável, né? Do outro lado da rua tinha como dar zoom. Tem como você cair e morrer com esse. Você cair nesse. Um pouco de cuidado é preciso. Geralmente dá pra matar os caras aqui. Não, mas hoje em dia não dá mais. Né? Vamos lá, vamos colocar Ih, o ponto de leve. Enquanto eles estão indo trabalhar. Eu vou guardar 2 pontos aqui pra esses. Liara. Beleza. Equipment, vamos lá. Take all. A gente tá usando esse aqui, né? Ali já tem uns brutal. Bora. E esse aqui que a gente usa também, né? Beleza, armadura. Gente, aí, ó. Estamos dando mole, velho. Fazendo as missões tudo sem. Ó, doideira essa armadura, hein? Isso aqui ela é boa também. Vamos ver a cara dela. Né, mas a vermelha é mais top. Aí, quais são os... Ablative Coating... Coating, bora. É bom também que é bem minimalista também esse negócio, né? Não é um negócio que te enche o saco demais assim. Polonium Rounds. Damage contra orgânicos. E aqui a gente pega um que é... Opa, peraí. Tem 2, né? Eu gosto de colocar combat scanner nos outros. Esse aqui é brutal, né? Vai dar muito dano, mas vai esquentar rápido. Então o tiro é precioso. Vamos lá. E aqui a gente... Chegou um shield bypass. Não, mas vamos esse aqui mesmo. Liara usa pistola, né? Eu coloco só qualquer um, galera. Talizora usa pistola também. Já tá com uma boa ali, mais ou menos, né? E... Polonium Rounds. E o... Combat Scanner. Você pode usar também isso aqui, né? Você pode usar algum? Esse aqui é pior que o seu, né? Liara, Biotic Amp, um pouco melhor. E Light Armor Duelist. É bom esse. Esse aqui é bom também. Não, esse aqui é melhor. Tá bom. Salve aí, né? Sei lá.
That's the last of them.
Ué, os caras sumiram? Aí tem autosave, né? Tá torando, hein? Scroll aqui, gente, que isso? Ele vai levantar, né? Eu vi que tem um bichinho voando. Caralho. Poderes, vamos lá, sabotagem e singularity.
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present
Esse
throughout
rolê
facility.
Essa missão aqui é longa, viu? Nossa senhora, não dá pra fazer aquele dia mesmo, não. Missãozinha grande.
Virtual Intelligence User Interface offline.
Nossa, Suzanne Brutal tá com essa arma
We'll need to
sinistra.
get the reactors back online.
Pistolinha, você pode usar a shotgun, amiga. Negócio apontando pra porta, eles vão
Why are the
apontar.
turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
Vamos acordar esse prédio. Nós estamos chegando num negócio de pesquisa aqui, né? Vamos ver o que vai rolar. Olha essa galera. Tem gente aqui, não sei porque você guardou sua arma, não. Calma. Calma. Calma, Liara. Ó, tem que mirar pra acertar, né?
What was that?
Animals? Wind? This place is in bad shape.
I sense trouble.
Tá vendo? Vou usar coisa neles aí, gente. Eles são chato.
Like that.
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
E aparece uns bichos escondidos. Tipo, esse sai debaixo do
All
negócio.
clear.
Personal log. This is the last time. No more will I use that transport carrier. These shipments will lose in Macedon system in 1 month. They're too stupid or too slow. If only Gregor still ran his shipments, he would get what I need and no mercenaries would dare to stop him. Aí vários sidequests você pega, né? Você hackear as coisas. Ah, eu lembro disso aqui, eles não mudaram o spawn. Cara, eu já joguei tantas vezes esse jogo que eu sei até de onde vai sair os bichos. Eu acho que vai sair um bicho desse canto aqui. Não, ele saiu no outro canto lá, né? Acho que é aqui que sai um bicho, talvez. Não. Eu falei, eu me gabei. Olha lá, saiu.
Area secured.
Enquanto eles estão indo trabalhar. Mais bicho ali, lógico.
A backup power system, Shepard. Must be for the station mainframe.
The damage is not extensive. It could be repaired.
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
Eles têm que fazer várias questzinhas, né? Pra chegar no lugar que é. Nossa, esse... Cara, até hoje eu não lembro desse trem. Como é que faz esse trem? No, até hoje eu não lembro. Eu tenho que tirar de um e pôr no outro, eu acho, né? Não lembro exatamente como é que é. Eu sempre fiz meio na cagada. Tipo assim, qual que é a lógica disso aqui? Eu não sei exatamente. Grande.
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
Crap, a pop-up. You're the station VI?
You're the virtual intelligence that runs this place?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
I'm a Spectre.
Commander Shepard, I work for the
De
Citadel
nada.
Special Tactics and
Tem que, eu sei que tem que tirar, você não pode tirar e colocar no mesmo lugar.
Council
Tem
authority
louco assim.
confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to binary helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I'm in a hurry. Where's Benez?
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency
containment procedures.
Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
The main
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
Ela falou que...
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory containment failure.
Que é o caso, né?
Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you've unleashed to sleep. Nice.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
Beleza.
What are the landlines and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection. The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tell me what occurred immediately before you shut down.
Stage 1 alert issued at Hot Labs. Contaminants released from Laboratory Pod Gamma. Emergency protocols
Esses
implemented.
bichos aí que a gente tá vendo.
Stage 2 alert issued at Hot Labs. Isolation 2 breached. Tram shut down. Landline to Hot Labs disconnected. Stage 3 alert issued locally. Contaminants in tram tunnels. Station shutdown and evacuation initiated. Code Omega sent.
What sort of contaminants escaped?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged
Blah, blah, blah.
access. Only executives of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
Beleza.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Vamos torar.
User alert.
Então esse aqui é... A gente tem que ir no topo pra liberar as landlines, né?
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger
Tem que fazer
trams
tudo.
are
Basicamente
offline.
ligar de novo. A gente vê que na verdade tem um... Tá rolando um... Isso aqui é treta, viu? A quantidade de bicho que aparece no mapa.
Down in accordance with emergency procedures. Manual restart required.
A galera já morreu, tá vendo?
Passenger trams are offline.
Treta demais, Jesus. Bom, tá, levanta.
I think we're done here.
Os bichos são brutos. Esse eu tinha que fazer. Tá recuperando meu sangue. Fazer uma coisa aqui? Não, né?
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment
Tá bom,
procedures.
Mira. Então esse aqui
Manual
já foi,
restart
né?
required.
Agora a gente tem que liberar o reactor mesmo, né? Enquanto eles estão indo trabalhar. Ou a gente vai e volta, é uma coisa assim, eu não lembro exatamente, então. Tem que ver o que que liberou agora. Sempre tem bicho aqui na hora que você volta. Olha lá.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in
Legend
accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Tudo bem, nós vamos chegar lá.
Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Tem uma galera aí já, né? Ah, eu lembro dessa área.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures.
On me!
Bicho em cima da gente. Pô, aí os caras. Demônio. Aí a gente vem correndo. Vou brigar aqui.
User alert. Manual restart required.
Um bicho lá no fundo? Não. Vamos lá, galera. Sabotagem. Sabotagem aqui. E dá um lift. Mais um bicho do outro lado. Tá em cima, né, o bicho. Tem mais bicho aqui do que tinha no jogo original, eu acho.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Tô orando. Derrotados.
That's the last of them.
Isso. Obrigado. Muitas armas.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Calma, nós estamos aqui já, amiga. You have completed the repairs of Peak 15 facility. Bora. Vai ter mais bicho ali na entrada, lógico. Meus amigos ficam pra trás. É, o primeiro Mass Effect tinha muito desse problema, tá ligado? Depois eles resolveram. É muito lugarzinho pra você entrar e os caras, os companheiros não, a inteligência artificial deles não chega a tempo aí. Mecanicamente não é um jogo perfeito. Mas é, pô, saiu em 2007, né, velho? Um jogo grande, cheio das coisas. Te faz amor. Não tinha bicho ali.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber.
Olha lá.
Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
past the door. It looks like the trams to the subsidiary stations are beyond it.
Então, se eu não me engano...
Control group losing the... They're in... Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Now why you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here?
He must have felt there was no hope of surviving, that killing himself would be easier.
Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
What's this about loose contaminants?
Dangerous biological agents are present in the tramway decontamination
Mas não
chamber.
diga. Eles estão ali, ó.
The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the Failsafe plasma jets is recommended prior to access.
How do I activate the failsafe system?
Controls for the Failsafe systems are located in the security checkpoint outside decontamination. User alert. The Failsafe system is currently inoperable.
What would it take to get the decon failsafes operating again?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site using a standard Omni tool.
Tem como se só mandar abrir,
Tell
né?
me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tá bom.
That's all I need right
Very
now.
well, Commander.
Então,
Logging
Hard
you out.
Electronics. Vamos ver. Complicado, hein? Complicadaço. Que isso? Não tão complicado assim. Então, eu nunca fiz desse jeito. Eu sempre mandava abrir e matava todo mundo. Ih, parece um bicho atrás. Foi mal. Foi mal, galera. Deixei vocês na mão, né? Os bichos chatos. Liara morreu. Levante-se, Liara.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Isso. Ela tá quase morrendo, todo mundo, né?
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Tem todo um clima, né? Então, se não me engano, na volta a gente faz isso aqui, né? Emergency exit only. Não dá pra gente ir. Aqui dá pra gente ir. O design das armas são legais, né? Assim, os negócios de dobrarem.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can they run in a
Those things
train?
work at train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
I'm here for Benezia. Asari ally. Complete 5 missions with the Asari squad member. Olha aí.
My name's Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth.
Heavily armed horse.
The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore.
Han Olar.
First we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You did well.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Venezia. Is she still over there?
I don't know. I don't see what one person could do.
A matriarch has the skill to keep herself alive for a long time.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Aliens.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
Yeah.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from the outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable one. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen, I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
Beleza.
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter! Go, go, go!
Vocês vão ir daqui. Manda o Sigulert aqui, ó. Tem outro. Deu um pau. Acho que o bicho não veio. Vai. Ele tá embaixo do mapa? Nada que a gente pode... all targets eliminated. Beleza. É que eu acho que esse cara fala alguma coisa, por isso que você... Isso.
Yeah. Thanks for your help back there.
Ah!
It looked like you could handle it.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. If you don't want to help us here, why don't you go to the hot labs?
Caralho, eu ajudei eles, né? Mas tudo bem, deu um pau aí. Tem um Hot Lab lá atrás, mas aqui eu acho que tem algum rolê aqui. Tem.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Quarantine Barracks. Vamos nesse rolê. Vamos conversar com o povo aqui antes, né? Alessia e Alice.
What?
What?
You're a member of the science teams.
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Essa área é tudo...
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific
É
hybridization.
tudo snob.
Yeah, that's a bit technical for me.
I am very good at tracking inherited variations in genetic sequences. I'm sure you would find it quite dull.
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alessia Alice from the University of Arrayas. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
Inconsiderate much?
No need to be so rude.
You are interrupting my meditations. Precisely how rude must I be to convince you to leave?
Do you know Matriarch Venezia?
Why ask me and not your friend?
Ooh.
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Uncertain.
I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I came to help.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain
Essa raça é top.
Ventralis.
Então, a gente tá querendo comprar era... A gente precisa de juntar dinheiro pro resto da vida, na real. Pra lá no final do jogo comprar umas trem brutos. Mas é. Talvez um Biot Camp aí. É o mesmo que ela tá usando. Ah, mas ele é um pouquinho melhor, né? Que o do Abono 7. E Omnitu. Não preciso de nada, não, valeu, amigo.
What? No!
Ele levanta, né?
Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Restricted area.
Got a smoke? We're all out.
Pedindo um cigarrão. Tem que conversar com esse brother aqui. Então, aí, tem essas sidequests que são rápidas assim, pra você conversar com as pessoas.
What do you want?
Sorry.
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
And I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or
É
another,
verdade.
and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
É, mas é foda. Os caras vão, né?
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Então tem que ir no Hot Labs, né? Vamos
Yes?
só dar um...
Talk to you later.
Vamos só dar um
I hope
rolê.
you can do something.
Só dar um rolê no journal aqui, rapidão. Aham. Ah, pra entrar no quarantine a gente tem que conversar com o brother lá, né? Que a gente não ajudou. Porque deu um pau no jogo. Opa. Eu não sei então como é que funciona não, porque eu sempre ajudei ele, eu nunca saí fora, né?
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra metagel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
That's fair.
Those
I
are
don't like
reasonable
being trapped.
precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
Beleza, obrigado, amigo.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Então a gente tem que ir nos barracks, né? É aqui? Eu acho que sim, é aqui. Se não for, a gente volta. Mas é, esse rolê aqui é bem complexo. É aqui mesmo. É aqui mesmo? Quarantine Leverage downstairs. Hanola.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
The Rachni.
Rachni? That's preposterous.
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram and I closed the doors.
Matou.
She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
Better her than you.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution? There is none.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Então, sabemos que as espécies são... Tá bom, onde que eu tenho que ir? É ali.
You're not part of the crew.
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
We isolated 4 chemicals that can be combined to counteract the toxin. They must be mixed in precise quantities. As each chemical is poured, the equipment will mark the minimum and maximum amount that will work. Too little or too much will spoil the result. Então deixa eu ver, eu tinha umas coisas aqui. T. Matheus, muito obrigado pelos 12 meses. Deus abençoe. Deus abençoe e lhe pague. Muito obrigado. Vamos mandar aqui. Tem um delayzinho no clique. Talvez shift, não, ó.
Your mission ends here.
A Leste Alice, olha ela aí.
I thought she seemed odd.
Where's the guard?
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Olha aí, veja só, vocês estão voando, derrotados. Porrada, pancadaria geral. Essa mulher ela era escrota, não era, né, à toa.
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Venezia brought them with her.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access, like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
É só pegar conversar com o Dr. Cohen.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Então a gente tem que ir por ali, tá vendo? Por enquanto. Vou voltar lá. Avisar o povo que eles tinham uma porra de uma espiã entre eles, né? Contratada pela matriarca Benésia.
Is that the cure? You did it?
You set me up.
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall, she just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren, the Spectre?
Yes. I think that was the name.
A gente já sabia que o Saren estava envolvido com a Binary Helix, né?
Look.
Tá aí a confirmação.
The guards? They've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives, do you know that?
Could you spare a few medical packs? They're worth their weight in gold up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventralis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
Valeu. Não chegou mais Paragon, né? A gente consegue... São 4 aqui, né? Eu posso gastar 3, vamos lá. Então, que eu me lembro bem, tem um rolê que é tipo assim, gente poderia vir por aqui, só que o povo não deixa a gente vir. Tá vendo? Tem uns bichos ali, mas a gente pode dar a volta lá pelo outro lado. É esse que é o rolê, não é? Ó, tem uns negócios aqui que eu não tinha pegado. Caralho, tá agarrado. Matriarch Benezia, estamos chegando perto. Aí você pode ir por ali, meio que sentando o pau, ou você pode dar a volta pelo lugar que a gente veio. É legal que tem essa opção também, né? Deixa eu só usar um... Esse é lá, galera, né?
Maybe the bean counters will review my request
Aqui, ó.
for lab safety features.
Olha lá. Aparece no radar. Se não me engano, aqui já é uma parte que seria bom eu salvar antes, né? Não é aqui ainda, não? Eu não lembro. Acho que é. Caralho. Ô, caralho. É aqui.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
É aqui. Pautora.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Eita. That's not why Liara is.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
You can't take me.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Caralho.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your
Suzanne Brutal
fear.
demais, velho. Dois textos já. Tiro na bunda. Existe atrás da gente? Não. Mais XP, não liberou aqui. Mais gente ali, galera. Um cara escondido aqui. Eita, começando a ficar fraca. Pera aí, galera. If I am, burn them for minor damage. Damages within a certain radius. Isso vai. O cara viu ainda? Caralho. Esse cara é gigante. Não, aqui, ó. Isso. Ah, eu tô com negócio errado a granada até agora. O negócio do vírus.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Arachnite seems
The Arachnite didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
So you could turn on me again?
Yes, but it would not be my will, Shepard. People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship.
And I've did.
It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Where did he get it?
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
The Mu relay?
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Novaria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
Eita, carai.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should.
Mother, don't leave. Fight him.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die.
Que isso? Nossa, só na cabeça.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard. Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
Tem essas engraçadas.
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother.
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
Os gráficos eram foda antigamente, né? O tamanho do que eles colocaram o peito da mulher. Ai, ai. E tenso, né? Tipo assim, era um momento mó bonito, começa a música super tensa. É muito... Então as coisas são engraçadas. Ele era. Rainha Rachni. Suzanne, atrás de você.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange. Flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all.
Isso é muito foda.
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is Lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Look, those tanks? Acid. Strong enough to kill anything, no matter its biology. They wouldn't have installed that if they weren't afraid of the consequences of her getting loose.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth.
Porque qual que é o rolê? Teve os Recriamos, são tensos. E teve uma guerra que eles meio que contrataram os Krogan, né? A espécie dos Krogan pra batalhar com os Recriamos. E eles meio que obliteraram, destruíram todo mundo. Eventualmente os caras descobriram um ovo de uma rainha que era ela, né? E aí ela conseguiu criar mais gente, que é isso aí. Eles achavam que eles estavam extintos, né?
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows.
Oily shadows.
We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
É um bicho tenso, né? Mas é uma espécie, né? Muito foda o final do Ender Game, né? Quem já assistiu o filme ou leu o livro. Tem paralelos com essa história. Agora a gente ganhou uns Paragon, ainda não liberou, né? Tem que tipo... A gente tem que... Aí. Tem bichinho embaixo da gente, atrás da gente. Que porra é essa? Que é a última missão, né? Que é matar os filhos da rainha, que ela falou que não canta mais, né? Yaroslav Tartakovsky.
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations.
Jelena.
You understand?
You let these things out?
I am only following the orders. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
A 1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries. This is miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They're thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No, I am sorry, but this will not work.
Já falou pra gente matar
These
isso.
Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
Once the purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure. I wait here. I am not so much good for searching now, yes? Mother always say I would meet a bad end.
Nossa, sua mãe falava isso com você, caralho.
I am feeling not so well.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mary this time.
I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Initiate the neutron
Activate
purge.
the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Mumble some.
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution.
Eu devia ter feito uma cena engraçada. Todo 20 segundos, bora. Só saber que a gente tem que matar um monte de gente aqui antes de gente. Vamos lá, galera. Manda aqui esse aqui pra você. Esse aqui pra você. Nossa, muito bicho. Bora, meu povo. É isso. Agora é só ir embora. Olha elas.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
Ashley, chata pra caralho. Segura a onda.
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Don't let it happen again.
We're done here. Crew dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Yes.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, do not cut me off like last time. I fail to find it amusing.
Poderia desconectar agora, né?
Let's just stick to business.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
Should I guess?
3? No, 4.
This is no joke, Commander. The Rachni were one of the greatest threats the galaxy ever faced.
This queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Não desconectei, tá vendo? Suzanne é uma boa pessoa. É melhor que ganhe mais pontos também. Agora o famoso conversinha, né, com a galera. Antes da gente continuar. Vamos conversar primeiro com o Joker.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Beleza.
I have to go.
Sempre ele tem um comentário sobre missão, mas não tem como você conversar mais sobre ele mesmo. Acho que a galera não esperava que o Joker ia fazer tanto sucesso com o povo. Vamos conversar com a galera. A primeira pessoa que a gente conversa é a Liara. Por que? Não sei. Lá vem ela. Olha ela.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you.
Ooh.
And making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
That's insulting. We're short-lived.
We don't have the luxury of time. And Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
That's still insulting.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Not my problem.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer.
Acho que não.
I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You spied on me?
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to
Vai,
know.
tá com clima,
I
né?
apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me, or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard.
Eita.
But I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
As respostas, velho. You're female. That's private. Kid and special. No. It's not serious.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Quem não é atraído pelo Liara, né? Pelo amor de Deus, velho.
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
It doesn't have to.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll protect you. That's why it's fun. A Suzanne é brutal nesse nível? Não.
I'll keep you safe.
Ela é brutal só quando ela tem que ser brutal.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
You started it.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Eita, caralho, já começou a historinha.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
I should go. Não tem mais nada pra conversar, não. Já conversamos de tudo, é foda.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Já conversamos tudo, vamos ver o que o Cade tem pra dizer sobre essa situação toda. Os humanos são tudo uns chatos, velho.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Personal crap, not interested. Absolutely.
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make.
Oh.
I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
I don't need approval.
That's not the appropriate way to address your commanding officer, Lieutenant.
Sorry.
Suzanne é muito brutal,
I got a bad signal. And if you're maybe there's someone else you'd rather confide in. Ma'am.
You mean Liara?
Someone? You're referring to our young Prothean expert.
I think she's older than both of us put together, but yeah. There's a lower deck rumor that she's interested in you as more than a source of Prothean data. She's a very interesting lady. To my tastes, but I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
Are you jealous? I think I've heard. Are you jealous?
You seem awfully worried about my personal affairs.
It's just that we don't have much downtime these days. I like being around you, but I don't want to take up your personal time.
I don't need this aggravation.
I'm tired of this, Lieutenant. I don't care if you have a problem with me chatting up Liara. It's none of your business.
Woo!
Yes, Commander. Just had some static on
Brutal
my
demais.
Got some signals wrong. It won't happen again. Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Cortou demais o cara, foi tenso. Aqui é o nosso quarto, né? É. basicamente assim, né? Se você tem a possibilidade, né, de se relacionar com alienígenas, né? Pra que você vai se relacionar com humanos, certo? É um pensamento aí pra levar para as próximas gerações aí, pessoas do futuro. Mas aqui tem o nosso best boy Garrus.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen
Well,
much?
not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job.
Elcor
He was
diplomat.
hacking people up and selling their organs.
Que isso?
And the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicle?
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000.
Eles têm 4 testículos. Informação importante.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh.
O cara pegando o órgão dos outros vendendo.
These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking.
Ah, top. Véi, a Suzanne tá desenhando muito, velho. And these people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes. That's sick.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a
Aumentou a qualidade do gráfico? Caralho, tá muito mais bonito o celular.
only if the organs were good.
Não.
Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so
Mas
he'd
é
just
o...
leave it in them.
É a versão legendária.
Most of them were a mess, but only on the
Legendária,
inside,
lendária.
so nobody could see it.
Did you...
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock.
O cara vazou.
By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the
O Garrus é brutal também.
about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Idiots.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
You're right.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they died by now anyway.
Verdade.
Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart.
Dr. Hart.
A joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
No.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salian, I want to be there when you find him.
Aí tem uma side quest do Garrus aí. Vamos conversar com Rex.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Lots of reasons, yes?
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why leave?
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed.
A história do Rex é uma foda também.
I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
What about Jared?
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush,
Your father.
There are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere.
Tavernário, muito obrigado pelos 7 meses.
That I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men left from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest.
What?
That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
That's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
Really?
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
É isso, aí tem a sidequest do Rex também, que é top. Só um sidequest bem simplesinho, né?
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make.
Ashley
It was yours. You know, you really should talk to Tizoni about her mom. She has to be hurting.
Ó, preocupada com uma alienígena?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caden?
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems
Ela é tipo assim uma pessoa da família, votou 17 com força, Ashley.
With dad on duty so much, I had to help mom raise them.
Ai, meu Deus. Vamos lá. Muitas perguntas, né, não? Tipo, o que a pessoa que tem mais fala é a Ashley, velho?
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah. Took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You
Pai.
mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Ha ha ha.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3
Yes,
years.
charming.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Ah, yes.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family.
Obviamente tava traindo sua mãe.
I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees.
Esse é
All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart.
Ainda ela é chata ainda, né?
Much have I seen and known.
Citando.
Cities of men
Ai,
and
ai.
manners, climates, councils, governments.
Bored now. What this crap? What's this crap?
Is the rest of your life story this dull?
Not everyone goes through the crap you had to, Commander. Some of us just live ordinary lives.
Caralho.
Dad passed on a few years back.
Suzanne,
He's probably still watching, though.
top. From the afterlife, yeah, sure he is.
He's not a zombie, is he?
You know, from heaven.
Ah, acredita, né? Em Deus e no céu.
That's not a problem with you, is it?
Keep it
Don't
to
believe
yourself.
God?
Of course not. Not my place to judge.
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
I appreciate that, Skipper. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Tá bom.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Mas é engraçado que até a personagem chata ela tem profundidade, né? Todos têm, de certa forma. Conversar com esse cara aqui.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you
bet, Commander.
Aí, ó. Tem que comprar esse médio de update, velho. Isso aqui vai ser os brutal mais pra frente, né? Tipo, esse aqui são as armas mais brutal do jogo, eu acho. Se eu não me engano. Shotgun. Esse Sniper Rifle 304. Dá pra gente comprar ele já de uma vez. É, muito sinistro. Assault Rifle é muito mais brutal, né? Eu prefiro comprar o Assault Rifle por enquanto. Vamos lá. Esse que é o próximo. Tem como de vender coisa também, né?
Let's see what you bet,
Commander.
Sell all junk. Sell. Tudo que for até os 6 a gente vende agora. Sell all junk. A gente já tá conseguindo muito dinheiro já. É isso que é o bônus de ficar pegando. Todos os itens possíveis. Já dá pra gente comprar o trem lá. Inclusive. Ah, não. Aí, ó. Agora já tem as armas mais brutal do jogo, basicamente. Beleza. Me deu só até o 5, né? Tá bom. Conversar com a Tali. Opa, acabei de ganhar um level. Caralho, tem 10 pontos. Tem que guardar 4.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again.
Não dá pra ver ela sorrindo.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Starin's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Don't worry, you will.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
Ah, é, uai.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the
Só
Honor
tem a
Office.
galera
He's
poderosa,
one of only 5
filhos
people who can
poderosos.
overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17
17 milhões, cara.
Our entire race is in his hands. And
Your
I'm his only
royalty?
child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
Preferential treatment?
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up. But it's not all good. People like my father have enemies. And they're not above using me to get to him.
That's a lot of pressure.
Tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example.
É muito foda que essas coisas todas elas lá na frente, velho.
Something that will forever change our lives.
Muito bom que nós vamos upar esse trem pro YouTube.
If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
What if we save the
The
galaxy?
work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
So what's the answer?
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty.
No, tá vivo.
Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
What about
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people
não, a gente já conversou sobre
this
isso,
is
né?
presented as a gift to the captain. Like what? See you later.
É isso. Então, vamos voltar lá. Eu acho que a gente vai... Agora é hora de... A gente faz as side quests, certo? Depois a gente volta na Citadel. Depois é... as missões sérias do jogo, se eu não me engano. Eu não sei se a gente consegue fazer todas as side quests agora. Não, eu acho que é melhor ir na Citadel agora. Certo? Vamos ver essa missão que tem. É, tem que fazer essa aqui, essa aqui. Algumas side quests. Deixa eu só ver se eu tenho que ir no Citadel pra receber alguma coisa. É o fã. É, eu acho que tem que fazer isso aqui. Então, no próximo episódio a gente vai fazer todas as side quests, depois a gente vai na Citadel. Acho que é isso. Ah, é. Aí essa missão aqui é a séria. Que a gente tem que fazer depois. You receive word that a Salarian reconnaissance team on Vermeer has information about Saren. The message was unclear and the council fears the team is in danger. Beleza. Vou salvar. E bora. Então até a próxima aí, pessoas do YouTube. A gente continua aqui no stream, que vai ter Zomboid ainda. Então é isso. Beijo para as pessoas do futuro. Beijo, Vitor do futuro. Espero que você esteja bem, se você estiver assistindo isso.